Hey everybody, I'm Samurai Sam, and I'm about to look at my Xbox 360 library. This is going to be a little challenging because I'm in a little dark corner of the room that's kind of obscured by my TV, if you can see there. Um, but I'm going to do my best. So Xbox 360 is a good console that I respect a lot. I have a lot of games for it, in part because Xbox 360 games throughout the course of its lifetime have been kind of cheap, at least for the last decade or so. And what's kind of weird though is that I don't really spend a lot of time really at all with my 360. I really kind of haven't throughout the years. I've beaten a game for it here and there, but for some reason it has a lot of games that I know are good, but I just never desire to play them. It's kind of weird. But you're gonna see I'm gonna kind of gloss over a lot of games because I just haven't played them a lot. So we start here. This is a good one. This is Akai Katana. So this is Shoot 'em Up by Cave. Cave is one of the best shoot 'em up makers really ever. They do bullet hell shoot 'em ups. We've already talked about some Cave games in the PS2 videos, or probably the last PS2 video because it was Japanese games. This one is a horizontal shoot 'em up, and I actually spent some time with this one fairly recently. And you have options, kind of like Gradius, and you can lock them in place and stuff, and it's pretty cool. Cave games are games you really want to play for the score. That's how you'll get the most out of the games. I do like the games a lot. The only thing though is that they tend to be very difficult. That's kind of par for the course, but it's I don't know. Sometimes I really like bullet hell, and then other times it feels a little ridiculous. I don't know. It's hard to find a good balance that makes me comfortable with it. And Akai Katana is pretty good though. I think Akai Katana is one that I like more than average. Here's Alan Wake, and this is a game that a friend of mine traded to me. And I think this is kind of like an part action game, part psychological thriller. That's what the back of the box calls it. So it's kind of I don't know if horror is the right word, something like that. I haven't spent time with it, so I can't really tell you. I just have heard that it's really good. Here's disc only BanjoKazooie Nuts and Bolts. A cousin of mine gave me this for free. I did really like the first two BanjoKazooie games. This one, I've only booted it up and watched the intro. The intro was really, really weird. Super weird. Some people kind of like this game. It's not considered nearly as great as the first two. Someday maybe I'll spend time and figure out what I think. Here's a game I did actually beat recently. Batman Arkham Origins. So I really like the Batman Arkham series, which I haven't actually talked about yet because we haven't gotten to those games. Because the first one I have on PS3, which is going to be the next video. Arkham Origins is considered, well, it was made by a different studio. It's kind of it's a prequel, and it's not as good. It's definitely not as good as the other three Arkham games. But I surprisingly enjoyed it. It was a little better than I thought it was going to be, and I'd say it's worth it if you like the series. Here's Beautiful Katamari, a game that I did beat. It's Katamari. I mean, there's not really that much more to say about it. It's more kind of more the same Katamari. There's a lot of DLC in this one, which, whatever. A lot of it I think is just kind of decorative. And it's a good game. I would say just all these years later, it doesn't really stand out in the series all that much. Is all I'll say. But if you like Katamari and you want more Katamari, then that'll do a fix for you. Bioshock, a game I spent a few hours with many years ago, more than a decade ago, and I didn't beat it. I only played 5 hours or something. And I do want to go back to it. It seems like a really interesting game. It's obviously got a very good reputation. I don't know. I just haven't gone back to it. I have not played a lot of first-person shooters in my life. The only ones I've beaten are Time Splitters 2 and Time Splitters Future Perfect. So it's not really my genre, but I am kind of intrigued to go back to Bioshock at some point. Blaze Blue. This one is Calamity Trigger. I remember, I've had this game for many, many years. This was one of my first 360 games, but I never really played it a lot. I played it with friends over who were better than me, and I kind of feel like I suck at this game. I don't think I'm very good. I don't know. Part of it's they'll just practice and learning, and I just never took the time to learn this game. So, but it has some interesting characters and mechanics, so I probably should do that. But it's on 360, so that means I don't know. I never get the urge to play stuff on 360. I don't really know why. Call of Duty Black Ops. Remember people I knew played this a lot when it first came out. I mean, obviously Call of Duty is absolutely massive. This one seems I don't know. It seems like it might be fun. Call of Duty in general, is online multiplayer isn't my thing, but I don't know. At some point I might try the campaign and see what I think of it. I don't know. I got it for nothing. A lot of times have these games because I got them for nothing, and I might not keep them, but there's some that I at least want to try, but because I don't get the desire to play 360 that much. I don't know. Capcom Digital Collection. I actually just picked this up fairly recently. This is a collection of like 8 games that were originally only on Xbox Live Arcade, including Street Fighter 2 HD Remix, Final Fight Double Impact, stuff like that. Bionic Commando Rearm 2. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, I haven't played any of these really a lot, but Street Fighter 2 HD Remix is cool. I wanted to get the Final Fight on here. It's part of the reason you get Street Fighter 2 Turbo Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo is cool. I wanted a physical Bionic Commando Rearm 2. It's cool stuff. I always like it when digital games get a physical release of some kind. Cold Step Saga. I think I already talked about the Cold Step game on PS2 a little bit. I haven't really played this one at all, but I do want to. This is like I think I mentioned this when talking about the first Cold Step game, but this is it's kind of like Monopoly combined with Magic the Gathering. I think that's like a decent way to describe it. And I can't really go into detail about the mechanics because again, it's on 360, so I don't play it. It's going to be a running joke. Okay, here's one I have played a lot. Death Smiles. I got this actually when it came out. This is another cave shoot 'em up, and this is my favorite cave shoot 'em up of all time. I think probably it's another. I always have to stop for a second to remember which one is horizontal and which one is vertical. This is a horizontal shmup, and it's just very, very good. It's very fun. You can kind of choose the difficulty of each level, but you want you'll get more points if you do it harder. But if you want it to be easier, you can also do that. It's just really fun. There's different modes. I mean, any of the cave shoot 'em ups are gonna have a bunch of different modes. This is one that you definitely want to play for score, but it's fun to play for score. It's the thing. Sometimes with shoot 'em ups, playing for the score, I don't really find as fun as just trying to survive. But this one, I actually do enjoy playing for score, and I think it just has the right balance of challenge and mechanics and fun controls and stuff. I think that is the best cave shoot 'em up. That's just my own opinion. Devil May Cry HD Collection. I've tried a couple times to get into Devil May Cry 1, and it just doesn't really do it for me. Devil May Cry 2, everybody knows is kind of mediocre, or at least that's the reputation it's had its whole life. I've never heard anybody who says 2 is their favorite. 3 is apparently really awesome. I've never tried 3 to this point. But I want to someday. Maybe someday I will, but it's stuck on 360, which is the console I never feel like turning on. So, Devil May Cry 4... Yeah, can't really tell you anything about it. It's Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is cool, but I don't know. I just don't spend time with it, or at least haven't yet, really. DJ Hero 1 and 2. I have the controller for these as well. They're cool rhythm games. I've booted them up once each to get a feel for the controls, and they seem cool. I'm yeah, I'll probably spend time with this at some point. This is fun, and then I just kind of haven't yet, and I probably will someday, maybe, possibly, but. It's on 360, so I'll probably never turn it on because I never used my 360. Dodonpachi Resurrection. This is an import from Europe, region free. Another cave shoot 'em up, and I did enjoy this one very much when it came out. And then I just kind of never really gone back to it. I don't remember exactly if the mechanics are anything unique. But it was just a solid cave shoot 'em up. Yeah. And then we have another one, Dodonpachi Saidaijo from Japan. And again, I got this one when it came out. It's region free, and I don't really remember too much about it. If it's really that different or whatever. I know it's considered a very good game. Pretty much all the cave shoot 'em ups are good. I don't think they've ever made a bad one. And here's another one, Espgaluda 2 Black Label. This has a really cool game mechanic of being able to slow down time using this meter that you have. You can just press the button and make everything slower, and you can utilize it to score and stuff. For some reason, I like the first one a lot more than this. I tried playing this one, and it just didn't... The level design, I guess, didn't seem as impressive to me as in the first game or something like that. But it's still a cool game. I like the mechanics a lot. And we got FIFA Soccer 09. Okay, so I have a bunch of sports games on 360. And I guess sports games are I like sports games, but I just tend to not really spend a lot of time with them for some reason. So it's perfect for 360, right? Because that's kind of my thing. At some point, maybe I will. I keep telling myself that, and I probably will, but it's there's always seems to be something else in my collection that I'd rather play. We've got Guitar Hero 5 and Guitar Hero A World Tour. And Guitar Hero is a series that I like. I don't really spend a lot of time with it. I'm not super into this kind of music, the kind of music that's in those games, but I do like rhythm games, and I like the controller and stuff like that. Oh, we got a bunch of Halo games here. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull them out. We got Halo 3 ODST, in the back here, we got Halo. Or this is probably the worst way to possibly to do this. We've got Halo 4, Halo Reach, and Halo Anniversary. So Halo Reach is the one I've spent the most time with. But this is actually like really the only. I mean, this is the last case of a game where like an online multiplayer shooter that I actually like played online for a while. Like there was like a month where I had the subscription where I actually played this quite a decent bit, and I got to the point where like I was okay at it. Like I was capable of winning, but like it just hardly ever happened. I had some fun moments with it. I mean, I definitely enjoyed Halo Reach. Like it's the most fun I've had with Halo. I like some of the mechanics they put in, like being able to run is really cool and stuff. I can't really say too much about the other Halo games. Like, I tried the campaign of Anniversary, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I cannot. I know Halo 4, a lot of people don't really like Halo 4, if I remember right, but, like, I couldn't tell you, like, why or, like, what the deal is with that game. Maybe someday I will. I don't know. At some point, I might even shed a lot of my 360 collection. Possibly. Maybe. But I do, I do like to give games a shot before I get rid of them, so we'll see. Cameo, Elements of Power. This is a launch title. It's from Rare. It's a platformer where you can transform into like different beasts and stuff. And I tried it and it was like, it was interesting, but like I don't know. I like was seduced by other games in my collection. Like I just played it for like a couple hours, and then I was like, yeah, I'll move on to something else. So I don't know. Maybe it's really great after that, but I didn't want to stick with it for some reason. Maybe I'll get rid of that one. I don't know. Here's a couple Kinect games, Kinect Adventures and Kinect Sports. Yeah, I got Kinect for like nothing, I guess. I don't know. The Kinect seemed like a kind of a novel, interesting thing to have in the collection, and those are two games I can run with it. And then here's a third one, Kinect Star Wars. This is like, I don't know. It seems like there's meme potential with this game. I just kind of felt like I had to have it because it just seems like a rather funny game. I know it's not particularly good, but like, you use Kinect for the lulz. Lost Odyssey. This is an RPG, and I can't really tell you that much more about it. It's a JRPG, and it's got like nice graphics and stuff. And yeah, I don't really know how the mechanics work or anything because I just don't really spend time with 360. Lost Planet: Extreme Condition, another very early Xbox 360 game, and I think it's a first-person shooter. If not, it's probably a third-person shooter. It's by Capcom, and that's about the extent that I can tell you. Yeah, another one of those. More sportsy things. We got a couple Maddens here. We got Madden. This is 07 and then 12, and yeah, I like football games. I don't really spend time with that one, but I haven't really spent time with those ones, I should say. At some point, maybe I will. This is a terrible video because I just don't play my 360 enough. Major League Baseball 2K12. I like baseball. The 2K series on the 360 is considered like not the best, but like I don't know. It costed like nothing. It cost me like nothing, so it's like why not? We got Lego Batman and Pure. I think I mostly have this for Pure. I don't remember. What game is Pure? I don't know. I'm trying to remember what Pure is like. I think it's just like a straight up racing game, as opposed to like a Tony Hawk style game, I think. And then Lego Batman. The Lego games are all kind of same-ish. Like they're good kids games, I think. I'm not personally too interested in them though. Some people really like them, but like I don't know. They don't strike me that much. It's like something that I want to spend time with. We've got another combo pack here. We've got Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Forza Motorsport 2. Forza 2. I spent some time with Forza 2. Like, realistic racing game. Not like arcade style at all. It's like a simulation. It's like you're driving an actual car, and it seems pretty good for that purpose. And then Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It's a game I probably would want to play with, like, co-op with people, which hasn't been happening because, quarantine. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Okay, so this is a game that I did actually beat last year. What do you know? I spent some time with a 360 game, in part because it was short. But this is an action game by Platinum Games based on the Metal Gear series. It takes place after MGS4, and I actually enjoyed this game a lot, like even more than I thought probably I would. Fun, hectic action. Got some stealth here and there, but like it's definitely an action game, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Like it's a game that has replay value. A lot of like it's just really it's one of those games that is fun to control. And it's fun to slice things up as Raiden with your sword and stuff, and yeah. And we got Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, and Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, which Ground Zeroes is like a very short prequel to Phantom Pain. And I'm not sure. I might get rid of these games because I feel like, I mean, I like Metal Gear, but like these games are very different than the Metal Gear that I really liked. This one, I don't know, it's more open worldy and stuff. It's a controversial series. Like, I like Metal Gear like for the story, and like this one has much less story. And I don't know, the linearity sort of Metal Gear is actually like part of why I play Metal Gear is because it's like kind of a linear story sort of thing. So I don't know if I'll ever like actually want to spend time with this. Maybe someday. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Midway Arcade Treasure. No, sorry, not Treasures. Midway Arcade Origins. This is basically like a remake of Midway Arcade Treasures on the previous generation, only this time like online and HD. It's cool. A lot of good arcade games on here, classics. You got, I think it's mostly the same game lineup as that one, but you got like a lot of well-known games here, like Joust, Rampage, Gauntlet. I see Total Carnage on here, which was on Arcade Treasures 2, not 1. But yeah, a lot of like old school games on here. Like you got, is Paperboy on here? Wait, Paperboy's not on here. That's kind of a surprise. But you got like Sinistar, Tubin, Xenophobe, Zybots. Okay, so there's kind of a mix here between Midway Arcade Treasures 1 and 2, with more of an emphasis on 1. You got Rampart, you got Root Beer Tapper, some cool stuff. Robotron 2084, definitely cool stuff on here. Well worth having if you like old school arcade games. Mushi Pork and Pink Sweets. This is 2 cave shoot-'em-ups in 1. And I can't really tell you what the mechanics are like in these games. I really should spend more time with my cave shoot-'em-ups and decide which ones like I really want to keep, because some of them are like worth money, and I should probably sell the ones I don't really need. Yeah, I got a lot of these when they were like more affordable. Now they're a lot really expensive. Mushihime Sama Futari. I think this is considered one of the best cave shoot-'em-ups, but I don't know what the general consensus is. I don't really pay attention to that specific community. But this is another one of those. It's not like super different than like Dodonpachi, but it's a really solid game. I definitely have enjoyed playing. I think I've spent a little more time with Mushi than some of the other games, cave shoot-'em-ups I've talked about already. And I do like it. I do think I'm probably going to keep that one. We've got Namco Museum Virtual Arcade. This is one of the best Namco Museum compilations they ever made. This has a lot of games on here, and not just the old great classics, but some of the new Xbox Live Arcade games like Pac-Man Championship Edition and Galaga Legions. And this one's got a lot of really cool stuff, some like the popular stuff and some of the more obscure stuff. And it's just a really great compilation. You got some of the more obscure Pac-Man games like Super Pac-Man on here. I think it's super cool. I think this is just a must-have if you like classic Namco arcade games. This is only on 360 as well, so there's one reason to have the old 360. More sportsy things. Sports ball, yay! We've got NBA 2K9 and 2K12. We got Kevin Garnett on the front. My biggest basketball fandom days was 2008 when the Celtics won the championship, and it was their first year with Garnett. So like to have him on the cover here. And I do like basketball games. It's just like I don't spend time with them. I don't know what to say. Maybe part of it's because like I don't really have friends who want to play them with me. But yeah, at some point I should spend time with them. NBA Jam. This is a really cool reboot of one of the best arcade games ever made. One of the best and most popular. And yeah, they don't really mess with what made it great. Is what's cool. Like this really feels like NBA Jam, only more modern. Well, now it's not really modern anymore because this is like probably almost a decade old by this point. Yeah, I do kind of want to spend more time with this and see like if they really did something interesting with the campaign. I've played some of this with I've at least once played this with a friend, and it's really good. If you like NBA Jam, you should have that. NCAA March Madness 08. I do like the college basketball March Madness tournament in March. I competed this year, had a bracket, and I didn't do great. I had 3 of the final 4 teams right, but I didn't actually win the competition I was in. But anyway, yeah, I've actually, I was about to say I haven't really gotten into college basketball games. That's not entirely true. I did actually play a lot of NCAA basketball for the Super Nintendo when I was a kid. But I have not played like the modern 3D one. I mean, this isn't modern. I keep saying modern, but Xbox 360 still feels kind of modern, but it's getting to the point where it's like almost retro, which is bizarre to think. Well, it's not. I don't know if I'd call it retro because they stopped making 360 games. Well, I mean 6 or 7 years ago, which is not super recent. But I don't know if I'd call that retro yet. But yeah, it's kind of a weird thing to think that these games are rapidly aging. The other thing is, like, PS3 and 360 were like active consoles for a very long time. It was like the longest console generation, so I'm just so used to them being like current. We've got a couple NHL games here. NHL 12 I have because it's right after my Bruins won the Stanley Cup, which again, I'm not like super into hockey, but like when the Bruins won the Stanley Cup in 2011, that was like the most interested I've ever been in hockey. Then NHL 14 is cool because it has like a mode, NHL 94 anniversary mode, where it plays like the old school NHL games, which I think is really cool. So I thought that was worth having. We've got Ninja Gaiden 2. I did really like Ninja Gaiden 1 on the original Xbox, even though I didn't beat it. I intend to go back and beat it at some point. I will do that, I swear. Ninja Gaiden 2 I think is considered not as good, but still good. So at some point, maybe in like 30 years, I'll get to that and see how I like it for myself. We've got a 3-pack here, imported from Europe by Ubisoft. We've got Outland, Beyond Good and Evil HD, and From Dust, 3 otherwise digital exclusive games. This is a region-free disc as well, which is really cool. Outland seems like a really cool, like, side-scrolling. I don't know if it's like a Metroid-type game, Metroidvania sort of thing. Beyond Good and Evil, I played on the original Xbox. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would, but it is a good game. We've got Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. So this is a fighting game. Actually, the second fighting game, it's kind of weird that they made 2. The second fighting game based on Persona 4 kind of plays like a Guilty Gear game, I think. It's, it's Arc System Works. The same people who made Guilty Gear and BlazBlue and stuff. And I really, really like Persona 3 and Persona 4. Well, I mean, mostly Persona 4. Persona 3 is also good, but like Persona 4 is so good. And this is cool fighting game with those characters and like a whole story mode and everything. Massive story mode, it says on the back. And I have to really play the first Persona 4 Arena before I play this one. We haven't gotten to that one yet because I actually have it on PS3, which is going to be the next video. Plants vs. Zombies. I haven't really spent time with it, but it's some kind of like... I don't know if real-time strategy is the right way to describe it. But yeah, at some point I'll see what this is all about. I don't know if that's like a multiplayer-oriented game or what, but... Cubed, another one of these compilation packs. You've noticed that I like these by now. We've got Rez on it. The main reason I would want this is actually Rez HD. Very, very cool game. I liked Rez a lot on the PS2, and it's nice to have it in HD. Then we got, am I going to pronounce this right? Luminous, I think you call it. Luminous Live is on here, which is cool. And then we've got E4. I don't even know what like E4 even really is. Probably should know that, but I wanted to have Res 4 physical, so I got that now. Red Dead Redemption, I got this for like nothing. It's an open world, Wild Western game, and these types of games aren't like, I'm not super into them. I guess I'm just interested enough in this one to, at least give it a shot sometime. We'll see if I like it. Sega Superstar Tennis. I like non-traditional sports games. I like Mario Tennis as well, even though I haven't like spent a ton of time with Mario Tennis, and this is similar. And I like Sega. I'm more familiar with the average person I'm more familiar than the average person with Sega's characters. Like all these characters on the front, I know all of them, and I think that's pretty cool. So at some point, I will spend time with this. How many times am I going to say that? Speaking of tennis, we've got table tennis from Rockstar Games. This was a fairly early 360 title, based on ping pong, and apparently it's really good. At least that's what I've heard, or at least that's what I remember hearing like back in the day. And at some point I'll give it a shot. I definitely like ping pong a lot in real life, by the way. Even though I haven't played it really much recently. I used to play it a lot back in the day. Saints Row 4. So, this is another kind of open worldy action thing. But like what sold me on this game is that a friend of mine told me just how like zany and bizarre and crazy and fun this game is. I've heard some like really crazy stuff about this game. And so I'm kind of interested in seeing if like just like the absolute zaniness of it really draws me in. But again, it's on Xbox 360, so I haven't spent time with it. I just don't spend time with my Xbox 360. I hope you understand. Seen It. I don't even remember getting this. When did I ever get this? This is some kind of a trivia game. And I like trivia games. So I guess maybe I'll like this. I don't know. Why do I have this? I'll probably get rid of this because I don't even know why I have it. I'm not even like a movie buff. Like, yeah, I don't like really know movies that well. Probably not well enough to do well in this game. So I don't know why I have this. I should probably get rid of it. Maybe I will. It's worth like nothing though. Sega Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. This is really cool. Very good compilation of Sega Genesis games here. It's got most of the stuff that was on the Sega Genesis Collection on the PS2. But this one has even more. It's got cool stuff that wasn't on that one, like Shining Force and Dynamite Headdy and Beyond Oasis, and some unlockable games that are really cool too. It is emulation. Like, it's not like I would rather play the original cartridges if I have the choice. Like, if nothing else, for like input lag and stuff. But like, this is like a really cool compilation. Like, hard to complain with the value you're getting there. I mean, of course, there are many other ways that those games have been re-released by now. I don't know if that's the best compilation to get, but it is a very good one. You can't really go wrong. I gotta go reach way down here now. Civilization Revolution. I got this one for cheap, and apparently I was told that this one takes like Civilization and kind of simplifies it, so it's got an easier barrier of entry because the Civilization games get kind of complicated. And I thought, why not? You know, maybe give it a shot, see if it's my thing. Well, you know, because it's on 360, it means I don't really spend time with it. So, Sneak King. Now, I actually played this game on stream recently because someone requested it. And Burger King made like a few really cheap Xbox and Xbox 360 games, just like, I don't know, as a promotional thing. And I tried playing some of this, and it's really bad. It's really bad. I don't recommend it. I should probably get rid of it, but it's just kind of an amusing little token to have in the collection. So I kind of do want to keep it, actually. We've got Sonic Generations. So this is a combination of like old school Sonic levels and new school Sonic levels, or at least, you know, what was new school back in 2012, 13, whatever year that was. And I have actually beaten this game. What do you know? I beat a 360 game. And I did enjoy this quite a bit. There's some really cool remixes, callbacks to old Sonic, and just solid gameplay for the most part, but there's some parts of this game that aren't that great. I really, really hated the final boss. Like, you don't even know. Like, I really hated the final boss in this game. Like, it just drove me crazy. I did actually beat it, but that, like, literally brought it down, like, at least 1 point in score for me. But I still definitely recommend it if you like Sonic. It's one of the better Sonic games made in that era, I think. Soulcalibur IV. Actually, Soulcalibur, I'll start with this. Soulcalibur IV, I got this kind of early on, 360 days, and I mean, it's Soulcalibur, so I like it, but I didn't really draw me in. Like, I was like, well, I think I'd rather just play Soulcalibur 2, or even like 3. I don't know, it's good. Unfortunately, the DLC for downloading Darth Vader is no longer there. Like, I procrastinated too long in buying it, and now it's gone. I'll never get it, unless there's some kind of way to download it later. But I mean, it's a good game. It's just like, I'd prefer the older Soul Calibur games. And then Soul Calibur 5, which I still to this day have spent like no time on. But like, you know, it's Soul Calibur, so that means it's fun. It's just, is it really worth it when the old games exist? SSX, this game was like just given to me, and I do like Tony Hawk. I do have a thing for extreme sports, so I kind of want to give this game a shot because extreme sports games can be fun. Can't really tell you anything about it. Here's Tales of Vesperia, signed by Troy Baker, who voiced the main character, Yuri Lowell. And this is a JRPG. Tales series is famous for battles that are not actually turn-based, but action-based. And so there's like, you know, there's a series of gameplay mechanics that tie them all together. I mean, I've talked about Tales already on these videos, but they're known for like their good and colorful characters and skits that build character development and like their interactions with each other and stuff. This game has kind of like feels like it has more lore and just more of a complicated plot than other Tales games. It's not my favorite Tales games, but it's not my favorite Tales game, but it's definitely a lot of fun. Played through it with my sister. There is a definitive edition you can get now on modern consoles, which has more content than this, and I'll talk about that when I get to it. So this version is kind of obsolete now, but it is a good game. What do I have down here? Oh, yes. Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena. I already talked about Chronicles of Riddick in my original Xbox video, and this one contains the sequel, which is not as good, but it also has the original on Xbox, only, you know, with better graphics, I guess. So I got this one for like nothing, and so that's why I have it, because I played some of the original back in the day, and I liked it even though I didn't beat it. The Orange Box. Now, this is... look, signatures. This game was signed by Ellen McLean, the voice of GLaDOS from Portal, and also her husband, I forget his name, but like he's the voice of the sniper, I believe, in Team Fortress 2. I never played a lot of Team Fortress 2. I did play Portal, and I loved Portal. Half-Life 2, I think I tried it a little bit. Played it for like a couple hours, and then I moved on to other things and never went back. Maybe someday I'll give it another shot. Team Fortress 2, I've never spent time with Team Fortress 2. I know it's a squad-based shooter with different characters that have different abilities. But it's Portal rules. Portal, if you haven't ever seen, I mean, you know Portal, right? I don't have to explain Portal to you. Just the whole concept is just amazing, and the game doesn't disappoint. The concept of like shooting two portals and being able to go through them, it's very cool, very cool. First person puzzle action game. The Wolf Among Us is one of those Telltale games, which is about like, I've never actually spent time with a Telltale game. I can't really explain the flow of the game to you very well, but it's kind of like a more story focused and kind of like you pick your path and stuff like that. And I've heard this one is good. Have not spent time with it yet. I got it for like almost nothing, as you can see. Actually, I think I paid less than that GameStop sticker said. I did not get this at GameStop. I got it somewhere else, and I think this actually might have been just given to me, if I remember right. But at some point I will. Well, I mean, I think I'll spend time with it, but it's on Xbox 360. I don't play my 360, so maybe I'll never play it. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 10. I like golf games. Yeah, Tiger Woods is like for years was like the golf game to have in terms of like, just at least for like realistic sim golf games. So figured to have it in the collection just as a token because I don't play my 360. Another triple pack. It's Limbo, Trials HD, and Splosion Man. 3 interesting games. Limbo is kind of an artsy platformer kind of thing. Splosion Man I spent some time with. I actually didn't really like it that much, although I like the sequel more, which we'll get to in the Switch episodes. And then Trials HD is I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's not really a racing game, I think. I think it's kind of like extreme sports, but it's side-scrolling, which is different. It's kind of interesting. My cousin used to be into it. We got here, what do we got? WarTech. This is kind of a unique game. It's like a shoot-'em-up fighting game, if that makes any sense. Like you kind of have like a top-down perspective, and you fly around, try to shoot bullets, and kill your friend. Or computer who you're playing against. I believe this is exclusive to the 360 as well. I don't think this is like a great game or anything if I remember right, but it's very unique. If you have a friend who likes shoot 'em ups, you might enjoy going at it with each other in that one. WWE 2K12. I've already talked about I really enjoyed the wrestling games on the N64, so I know I'm capable of enjoying wrestling games. I said 2K12. Sorry, I was looking in the mirror of my phone, and it looks like a 12, but no, it's actually 15. At some point, maybe I'll spend time with this and see if this is my deal, but I have not spent time with this. Oh yeah, another WWE game, SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. And again, at some point I do want to see if I like it, but it's on 360, so I'll probably never play it because I don't play my 360. Xbox Live Arcade compilation disc. It's called. What a creative name! This has Pac-Man Championship Edition, Uno, Boom Boom Rocket, Feeding Frenzy, and Luxor 2. So I have. There's 2 physical discs that have Pac-Man Championship Edition. Apparently, I think Namco Museum Virtual Arcade, I believe, has it, and this disc has it. Boom Boom Rocket is a cool looking game though that I also definitely do want to play. Kind of a rhythm gamey sort of thing, I think. I had a friend who used to be into it. A friend who is no longer with us, unfortunately, so I cannot talk to him about it anymore. Oh, look, another one. Xbox Live Arcade Unplugged. This one has Bejeweled 2, Geometry Wars Retro Evolve, Wick Favor of Souls, Texas Hold'em Poker, Outpost Kaloki, X, Hardware Backgammon. This is not a terribly impressive compilation, I must say. Geometry Wars Retro Evolved was a popular game. I don't really like the first one. I played the second one, which I think we're going to get to, right? I think that might be in the next video. But yeah, just in terms of this one, I didn't really like the first Geometry Wars that much. And I don't know, the rest of the games on here are kind of weak. I don't even know how to play backgammon, so I should probably learn that. Maybe I'll use that game to learn how to play backgammon someday and practice. And then here's Xbox Live Arcade Game Pack. These are such creative names. This contains Geometry Wars Retro Evolve 2, which I like a lot more than the first one. It's got different modes, and it just felt like a much better designed game to me. It's got Luminous Live on here. So is that another? Don't I already have Luminous Live on that other disc, or is that a different one? Well, that's kind of funny. It seems like another game that I have on 2 different discs. And then Bomberman Live, which I don't know how. There's so many Bomberman games. I don't know how good that one stacks up to the rest of them. But yeah, I like to collect these compilation discs. And then we have, is this the last one? I think this is the last one. Zone of the Enders HD Collection. Hideo Kojima games. I've heard Zone of the Enders 2 in particular is good. Is really good. And this one has content that was previously unavailable in the North American PS2 release. So that's cool. And again, I haven't spent time with this, in part because it's on 360. And yeah, I had Zone of the Enders second runner on PS2 for a while, but now I don't anymore. That is my 360 collection. Stay tuned. PlayStation 3 is coming up next. And I'm about to film it right now, actually. So I'm probably going to upload both of them at the same time. I'm Samurai Sam. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.